What is up, everyone? All Barcelona fans, football fans, back in here finally again with roundup update video, and I'm just gonna be talking through a few things pretty quickly. I'm not gonna talk about every single game that I'm talking about like in full in depth, but I'm gonna go over a few things quickly. It's been a very interesting month. A good one though, definitely, because in our current position where we are now, we are still going full force for the treble. Um, Still, we haven't lost a chance, and we just won the Copa del Rey final against Real Madrid, and we won that trophy. So that's really awesome. But I'll get to that in a few minutes. But first, I want to talk about a few of the games before that. Um, when we last left was of course with the semifinals in the Copa del Rey, and we beat Atletico Madrid 1-0 and all that stuff, and then we went into the quarterfinals of the Champions League with Dortmund. We beat them in the first leg 4-0. A very brilliant performance right there. Great stuff all around with every single player doing just absolutely wonderful. Um, and it was a perfect first leg. We didn't let them breathe. We got a perfect result to take with this Germany. And then that return leg in Germany uh, was a bit of a different story, but it's for a reason. We did lose that game. It was our first loss of 2025, but our winning streak coming to an end. But that's okay. It had to happen eventually. What I'm trying to say though is, even despite that, I don't think it was a horrible game by us. It or performance. It's just we were in a different mindset. We were in a mindset of just getting this through. We got a goal, and that was good, and that was enough, basically. Really, in the end, because we didn't really have to win. We just have to get through it and just tough it out, and know it's not gonna be good and nice and pretty, but and credit to Dortmund, they did but pretty decent performance. They did their best they could do to make it difficult for us. But in the end, we do still go through. It was 3-1 on the night, but that still wasn't enough for Dortmund, and they couldn't get done more than that. And we are in the semifinals, and also we were missing a few key players as well. So it was of a different type of game, and it just I was just it's understandable that what happened. Um, and with fatigue, that with so many games played and a lot of those things, a lot of those factors coming into play. It just we all kind of figured it would be like that. It still sucks. Yes, it sucks that we lost, of course, but we still achieved our goal. We still made it through into the next round, and that's the most important part. That's the most important thing, and um, really, just whatever else, the winning streak, all that, whatever. It's not important, and then when it is compared to the actual goal that we achieved. So still, not the best performance, but still we get the job done and we make it through. In between these games, there's been a lot of few La Liga games that have been a bit up and down. Remember that was just annoying, and we've had a couple 1-0 results, wins like against Leganes and against Mallorca. It's been a few of those, but we have got the job done. We are still in the league, top of the league, with 4 points clear of Real Madrid. Hopefully we can keep that going, or even maybe extend it, maybe heck even this weekend, because they have Celta Vigo to play, and we have Valladolid, which are bottom. We surely will be beating them. Um, Celta Vigo are not a bad team. They made it tough for us because we had to perform a comeback against them in the last league game that we played. One of the last games we played. It was a really interesting one, a tough comeback, but we made that comeback to 4-3. It was something very interesting, like in the end, like how we how we powered back after being down. And that's the mentality that we have this season. That's the biggest one. We have that mentality. Even if we do go down, we still keep in it and we still fight until the very end and don't give up. And I'm not just saying fighting, just trying whatever. That's really trying. No, we fight. We try. We go full force. And most of the time now, it has paid off, really. We've made multiple comebacks this season, and it's been some incredible performances like that because we have that mentality to really stick it in and just not give up. Something that has been a problem in the past seasons when we went down big time. We just gave up and just let ourselves just like whatever. It's over. We're not. Just stop trying, you know. But Flick has really done something to the team and really brought out the best out of these players and the best mentality. And that's something I really, really do like. And I'm very happy about that because that's something we do need more of. We need to see more of always. And we kind of did it again in the Copa del Rey final now. Let's get to that. The Copa del Rey final against Real Madrid. We it was it was something, and it was such a sweet victory. This is one of the better. I love this win even more than the 5-2 in the Super Cup or the 4-0 in the league. This is even better because we snatched the win from them. We took it from them, and it's in a in such a good way. After everything that they were doing beforehand, before the game, and all that with the referee and all the complaining, all the bashing and pressuring and the referees and all that kind of just dumb, dirty, nasty stuff, all that bullshit, and they still couldn't get the job done against us, and they still lost, and we still got the job and beat them. That was perfect, so perfect and so right, and it was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. We first go up 1-0 with the incredible goal by Pedri, absolute screamer, a wonderful goal. The great pass from Lamine Yamal from the side. He finds Pedri there and just perfectly just slots it up, banks it in past Courtois, and just it was perfect. Really, really good opening goal. Pedri has been brilliant this season. You know, he shows that he can also score goals too. So that is wonderful. He's definitely one of the top contenders for the Ballon d'Or. I would say if we do win the treble, I think he will be 100% up there in contention for that. I would not doubt that. But after the goal, though, things started shifting a bit, but we still kept pressuring them and really going for them in the first half. They only managed to get one shot and no on target, so that was really good from us. That first half was very, very solid, but we still did miss a few chances. We could have gone up even more, and we missed a few good chances, and that was frustrating. And that almost punished us because in the second half, Mbappe was subbed in. Ancelotti chooses sub in. He didn't start from the beginning. He was subbed in at the beginning, somewhere beginning of the second half. And at once you can see he made an impact when he came out. They looked more dangerous up front in the counters. And of course, Mbappe managed to score too. Just so frustrating. He scores his first free kick, and he puts it in. You know, in a free kick that just was stupid. And just I don't know if it should be, but whatever. It's we put ourselves in such a bad situation there, and yeah, we'll let him do that, and it was very bad. It was very bad, and puts it in. He shoots it, and it hits the post and in. Uh, just an annoying thing there. Letting him score like that was just really bad, and then on top of that, a few minutes later, a bit later, we concede again. In around the like I think it was the like 83rd minute or something like that. I would say somewhere a bit something like that. Many from the from the corner from Arda Guller's corner. He heads it in, and at that point we're thinking, oh God, have we really thrown this away against these bozos? Have we really done this now? We can't be. We can't be doing that. This just too stupid. Like two set piece as we giving up like that and giving them a score, and they did, and it's just so frustrating. That should not happen. That should not be happening. But even with that, even when we're feeling a bit down and feeling like, oh no, like please we're gonna lose now, and that this is gonna be not gonna hear any of that. But no, this is where the mentality kicks in. This is where the mentality comes in and really does the job. This is where these players have really improved from last season because they kept going. They kept pushing. Even despite this, they kept pushing forward and did not want to give up. And in the next 10 minutes or so, we were dominating them up front. We were pushing forward, looking for that equalizer, and it finally came. Actually, no. No. It was not in the 83rd minute. I'm sorry. Chouameni's goal was not in the 83rd. I think Chouameni's goal was like in the 70 something minutes, or 73rd or 6, somewhere between 60 and 70 minutes or something like that. I would say that Ferran Torres' goal was in the 83rd minute. I would believe, right? That's what I say. Ferran Torres' goal was in the 83rd minute. He comes running past a brilliant pass by Lamine Yamal, finding Ferran, who runs up, runs around Courtois, and just rolls it in and makes it 2-2. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I was so happy. I was like, yes, don't give up. This is what we do. Now we make the comeback. And I wasn't really expecting us to really make another goal before the end of the full time, normal time. I was kind of expecting, this probably will go to extra time. But I was still believing, like, in extra time, we will score again and we will get the job done there. This is not going to go to penalties. We'll let it go there. And then we 100% finished it off. And with 5 minutes to go left of extra time, after we pretty much dominated them there as well, most of the time in that half an hour. Sorry. With just a few minutes to go, like 5 or so minutes to go, give or take. Jules Koundé, off of a very sloppy back pass from Modric, was trying to find, I don't know who it was. Was it Dennis? Was it somebody? I don't remember who the hell that he was trying to pass to, but he was trying to pass to one of his teammates back, and it was a sloppy pass, and the other player like slipped, and Koundé intercepted it, took the ball in one shot, and he, bam, puts it in 3-2, and we were all feeling incredible. It was absolutely perfect. Such a great goal. Jules Koundé, an incredible player this season. He's been absolutely amazing, and that goal just shows off even more how good he is. That he can also score goals too. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant by Jules Koundé, and the celebration, the feeling, the passion where in all the players when they were celebrating, it was so wonderful to see that. And so well deserved. We were all over them in that extra time, and it just it paid off in the end. It definitely did. And after that we kept hold of the game, got a few more chances. They also near slip up from us a little bit with the potential penalty for them later on as well, a little bit, but it was thankfully offside, so that didn't really matter. A bit of a slip of mind there on Inigo Martinez's part, but it doesn't really matter. Extra time ends, we get that, and we are Copa champions, and it's absolutely wonderful winning this trophy again. Seeing my celebrate, and It's just so good, so good, and so wonderful. But before I end this and talk a little bit about his potential signings and all that, and about tonight and the semifinal in the Champions League, I want to address the elephant in the room here a bit. That dirty, stupid behavior from the Real Madrid players at the end of that final, especially from Rudiger. That is the most pathetic, most stupidest, most immature thing I've ever seen. This is a 32-year-old man or something. Like, he's 32 or something like that. He's in his 30s. He has even and everything. And he behaves like that. He takes some ice or some ice pack or some whatever, I don't know what it is, and he throws it, chunks it at the referee. He almost hits the referee. And he's like looking all goofy-eyed and just like bug-eyed and just like trying to act out something in anger. But for what? For what? Really? You're gonna be blaming the referees now, huh? The same referee that you pressured, that your dumb club pressured so much and made to look bad and made him scared to really give call any calls against you idiots. Rudiger should have been sent off in the first half, as well as Chouameni. Both of them should have been sent off. Both of them should have had at least multiple yellow cards. Chouameni should at least also have maybe potentially even a direct red card with that scissor tackle thing what it did on Dani Olmo. That was 100% potentially set for a red card, or at least I got them yellow. They should have been sent off, both of them. Not by the end of the game, already in the first half. But in the end, yeah, he gets a red card for that. Hopefully he's getting a big suspension. Looks like he was some type of at least linked suspension. Hopefully, but he's also injured, so it doesn't really matter. Either way, he still wouldn't have featured in the next Clasico. But still, though, also Jude Bellingham got a red card, and I think Vasquez too, and maybe even Vinicius. I don't know about the Vinicius one; it's a little bit up in there. I don't know how that was, but of course, corruption hits again, and Jude Bellingham's red card has been taken away. It's just, this is the same punk that was seen at halftime saying that everything goes our way. 50-50, he just calls everything our way. Really now? That's so ironic coming from him after this. It's just so stupid. Absolutely stupid. These bozos are so obsessed. These people are so obsessed with the referees. It's absolutely idiotic and hypocritical of them to be doing this and behaving like that. Some of those players behaving like that is just so dumb. And Karma hitting them. Karma is hitting them right now with injuries to most of their backline now. Rudiger out, Alaba out, Vasquez out, you know, and a few more, like, I don't know who else was there, right? They only have a few left. A few nobodies now left in the backline. And that's the ones they have to be playing in the coming weeks, the next two games, right? Against Celta Vigo and then against us. They have to be having that backline, and I cannot wait until that next Clasico. It's gonna be another massacre, 100%. Ooh. It's gonna be something, and hopefully maybe by then we can pretty much at least be close to pretty much at least in some type of like way we win the league. Not maybe mathematically fully, but at least in principle, like kind of win it already, right? In a principle way at least. But we'll see what happens. But that's that, at least a bit quickly about all that. It's just silly, stupid, immature behavior that is so dumb. That is so dumb. And something I haven't seen since the movie for Real Madrid back then with all that kind of stuff. It's almost as on par with that stuff. It's just So dumb. But now let's shift finally to tonight. We are in the semifinals of the Champions League and we're facing Inter. Inter is a good team. It's not gonna be easy. 100% not. But as you see, anything can happen in the Champions League, and we all know how things can be and how we have experienced things in the Champions League lately. Now we know also, but Inter's recent form has not been the best. They haven't won in the last four games. That draw against Bayern Munich, that still seen them through because they won the first leg, so they still got through into the semifinals. Then they lost to I don't remember what was it, Bologna maybe, or some Italian, some like mid-table Italian team. Then they lost in the semifinals of the Coppa Italia to AC Milan, rivals, and then lost 1-0 to Roma in the latest league game as well. All those games, they haven't scored once. They haven't scored any of those games, last three games. Last time they scored a goal was in the Bayern München thing, right? In the Bayern München game. After that, they haven't scored. In the last 2 3 games, they have not scored any single goal, and they have conceded, and that makes it a bit interesting. I still think that we shouldn't take that for granted. Still, as I said, anything can happen in the Champions League, but it is clear that there is some weaknesses in Inter that we could exploit. There's been rumors that some players are coming back from injury, but some others are also injured. So it's a bit up there. 50. We still also have our injuries. Lewandowski and Balde are still not back. Hopefully they'll be back by the second leg next week. I really pray that they do come back by then. But I still believe in that the players to really get this done, even without Lewandowski and Balde. I think we have the mentality, we have the talent, the good tactics that have taken us so far this season. Have taken us to this point. The teams that we've beaten, it's good. It's really is good to see how much of a mentality monster we've really been. And I think the mentality will take us through this one again. It's not gonna be easy, 100% not. But it's definitely, it's not impossible. Nothing is impossible. You know, we should be able to, if we do everything right, if plays his cards right, if he gets the tactics right, the subs right, the starting lineup and everything. If he has studied the French properly from Inter, which it sounds like he has. He had an extra a session, like a video showing with Frankie and Pedri, they to show them more how they should play and how they should do some things against Inter. So that's good. That's really good. Hopefully, he has studied all the way how Inter is playing and find a way to exploit their weaknesses and their faults and flaws. So hopefully tonight we can get a proper good win. I'm not expecting a big blowout 4-0 or something like versus Dortmund. Definitely not. But if we can get like a 2-0 or a 3-1 victory, a victory with at least a 2-goal margin, I would be happy. I will 100% be happy. That would be enough for me. We can take that to next week to Italy, to the and just maybe at least hold off for a draw over there. If we can win over there too, I'm not complaining. I will take that 100%, obviously, but I will be okay with just holding off for a draw over there. That would be enough. Get the job done here at home, and then just go over there, score 1 goal, and hold off a bit more. Better than we did against Dortmund, hopefully. This time is much different. But because they have some good players, of course. Lautaro Martinez has been great this season. And if Thuram does come back, we'll see if he does or doesn't. If he is ready to start or not, but it's also good. We'll see. Uh, you have some other injuries too, you know, overall, which will be interesting if they can, what lineup to really go for tonight. But and what lineup Flick is gonna go with as well. I don't know if I want to see Gerald Martin in that position in left back. I just don't know, because I think I would rather have Inigo Martinez start there maybe, or Christensen or something, and to really strengthen that back. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, though, we get the win. I'm hoping we can do a good statement tonight and really show how good we are, you know, and that we can go and win big time in a big stage, that we can get this done and take a good result over to Italy and finish it off over there in a proper way, in a good enough way, and get ourselves to the final. Champions League final that we have not been in 10 days, yeah, 10 days, 10 years, right? Almost now a decade since last time, and a decade ago, yeah, we did win the Champions League then, back in 2015. Luis Enrique's first season there with MSN, and all that. I would love to see us win it again, win another treble. Just get that incredible feeling. Many of these young players, this is the first time they will ever experience something like this. Many new fans as well. It'll be absolutely wonderful, and it could be done. And also, we have a chance to make massive history and have three of our uh clubs, or the wonderful club, win a treble, right? Three of them. One is already done. The under 19s, the youth, they have already won the treble. Now what's left is the women can win it. They're in the Champions League final now. They're facing Arsenal, and of course we can do it. The men can get it. We can also get it done. The men's team, uh, by getting past Inter and getting to the final, which will potentially be facing Arsenal too. But after yesterday's game, I don't know. They lost 1-0 to PSG. That was more Arsenal, man. That was the old bottling Arsenal, rather than the one that won against Real Madrid. That was not the same Arsenal. That was just really bad. PSG were not even anything special. Sure, they were good in the beginning. They scored that goal that they did and had a few more, like a little bit more time, like maybe 20 minutes. They were dominating, but after that, nothing. They barely did anything, like anything of real substance. Arsenal for a long time had even more shots than them, and it's just Arsenal were just not good enough. They were just not good. They were just being their old bad selves again, and that's not what you want to see if you're an Arsenal fan. Like after all this, like after all that versus Real Madrid, and then you see that Arteta back to his old bad ways. We'll see what happens there next week, if they can turn that around, which is not impossible. 1-0 result is, it's not, nothing is over there. But yeah, that's what that is. Dembele was the one who scored as well. Just perfect. That guy keeps pissing me off. But anyways, that's gonna do it. Hopefully we will see a big victory tonight. Celebrate another big victory, just like we did this past weekend. I hope we can just settle in there and like put into test and just really go at them. Really go out and perform dominantly. That's what I want. That's what I don't need a big score line of I think them like 5-6 or something nil or whatever. We don't need that. I just want the team to play really, really good football and get at least a 2-goal margin win in some shape or form. And that will be good enough for us, I think. That will be good enough going into the second leg, where we can just get 1 goal there and then try to control the game enough to and hold on. It's just we have this mentality, we have the skill, we have the talent, and we can do it. It's not impossible, and hopefully we will get it done. I believe in the team. I hope you guys do too. So yeah, that's gonna do it. That's the video. Talk a little bit about everything, but not. But it is what it is. I'll talk more if we do get past Inter. If we go in the final, I'll talk more about the final part of the season. We have 5 games left in the league. 3 games left potentially in the Champions League. That's it. 8 games in total, and those 8 games are massively important and could bring us into our third treble ever and make us make history again and achieve another great, amazing thing. And as I said, a treble of trebles pretty much can happen, and we'll see if it does. But hopefully it will. And hopefully tonight we'll be celebrating another Barcelona victory. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys for watching. If you did like this and enjoyed it, leave a like down below. Also subscribe if you haven't done already, and ring the notification bell to get notified next time a video comes up like this. And yeah, leave a comment down below and tell me your predictions for tonight, or what are your feelings about this game, about this whole tie between Barca and Inter. Who do you see as the favorite? I'd like to see you guys know what you think and who you think is gonna be in the final overall. Who's facing who, and who will win it all in the end. So yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Visca Barca. Let's get it done.